Hey guys, what's going on? It's T-Carb. Today we're going to learn how I take apart my AK and clean it. This is a AK-74, a Century Arms made. This is the Nodak Spud receiver, so with the Tapco G2 trigger on it. Let me show you all that for all those technical guys. But let's get into it and see how we get this done. First thing you want to do is always check and make sure it's unloaded, which it is. It's kind of a duh thing, but go ahead and make sure it's unloaded. Second thing is you've got a button right here that you're going to press in. What this does is takes the dust cover off. So press that button and get that done. Once you have the dust cover off, what you need to do is release this spring. This is the a spring that pretty much makes the whole gun run. So release this out of the two notches that are right there, pull that out, and then you're also going to go ahead and pull that back, pull the entire bolt out all the way back, and then raise it up. It slides right out. Now you can also take this part of the gas system off by, you can either take the magazine or you can take your thumb, and the magazine sometimes works better, especially when you're trying to do this one-handed. But basically you take this up all the way and pull this out, and I'm going to do that real quick. Once you have this up, just take that out. It's that simple. So now this is what the AK variant rifle looks like when you have when you've got it stripped down, kind of field stripped. So as you can see, I went shooting today. It's got a little bit of filings here. You've got a little bit of stuff there as well. So we're going to clean all that up and make it look good. To take the bolt carrier group out of the bolt, you just, or the all you have to do is just rotate it, pull it right out. So nothing major there. So very loose tolerances. It's how an AK works really well. It's just, I mean, this stuff just fits, and there's a little bit of wiggle. I mean, it just works. It makes it work really well. What I'm going to use first is some break free. Also, I'm going to use just a regular copper brush. I'm just going to take put a couple dabs of CLP on the brush and just brush everything off the best I can. Again, this is an AK. It doesn't need to be cleaned that much, but I do clean my rifles every time I shoot them just to keep them well maintained. They may not need it, but I think it definitely does benefit them. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. Alright, now that I've actually cleaned all this out, I took my copper brush and just brushed everything out in here. I still have, as you see, some kind of filings in here. That's kind of always going to be there. It's not a huge deal for it right there, and you can just kind of mess with it and whatnot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take since it's an AK-74, this does work with a 223 bore snake. So I'm going to run the bore snake down through here and down through the barrel. I've also taken the AK-74 muzzle brake off. So how you do that is you just push this little tab right here in and just unscrew it. So it just screws right on. This is really nice to have a threaded barrel there. So, alright. So I'm going to get that done, then I'm going to show you guys how to put it together. To use the bore snake, I just put just a couple drops on the cleaning part, or the cleaning side of the bore snake. Then what you do is you take the brass head, stick it in there. It's hard to do this one hand, by the way, so forgive me. Stick it in there and let it just fall down the barrel. Once you've got it out of the barrel, go ahead and just pull it on through, and what it's going to do is it's going to use all this stuff, and it's going to run the entire length, and it's going to clean that barrel out. So I do this about 2 or 3 times, and does a really great job of cleaning that barrel out and just cleaning all the debris, lubing it. It just does a great job. Once you have your AK all clean, now you can start putting it back together. First thing, I want to take my bolt, put it in my bolt carrier. You just slide it right into that hole. Just kind of twist it around a little bit. Ta-da! There's that. And then next thing you want to do is go ahead and take your piston and your bolt and go ahead and put it in your rifle. So just take it, put it in that first hole, and what you're looking for, you've got little slots here. Let me see. And what you're trying to do is just drop it right down in there. Once you have your bolt and piston back in there, go ahead and move it forward, and it's in place. Next thing is go ahead and take your spring, place it in this hole as such, and you've got 2 notches right here. Press it and get it into these notches right there. So see how it's in that notch, and also see how it's in that notch. That's what you're wanting. And last but not least, go ahead and put your dust cover on. Make sure everything clicks in with that button, and you should be good. Go ahead, rack it a couple times, and make sure everything is in working condition. And that, my friends, is how you clean an AK. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, guys.
I always shot like this. Yeah. The problem with that is,
there you go.
when you shoot, it pulls you down. So now I'm learning how to shoot like this.
All the shooting.
Good job.